Science and Tech this week. This is really near and dear to my heart. For two reasons. There are many reasons, but for two major reasons. Pornhub will show its 75 million daily visitors why net neutrality matters. So
75 million visits a day.
Yes, it is.
Porn.
It is one of
That
the
is outrageous.
It is.
Middle America ain't shit. They know goddamn well they be in that motherfucker every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. God bless them.
24 hours.
75 million daily visits. That is an insane amount. It's one of the highest visited websites on the internet. But they're joining along with Fight for the Future, Free Press, and Demand Progress to basically do a repeat of what they did back in 2012, which is the SOPA blackout protest, 5 days before the net neutrality vote. So they're joining along with some pretty big names like Amazon, Reddit, which are both in the top 5 most visited sites on the internet. Look, you shut down Amazon for a day, people will notice that shit.
Oh, and Reddit.
Yeah, or
lose
Reddit.
their minds.
I will, because that's what I do when I'm supposed to be working. Hello? What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Go to Dig? Nobody goes to Dig anymore. Fuck that site.
That is.
Dig was the Reddit before Reddit took over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 3 million people in an hour.
How many people are in the middle of the
24
country?
times 3.
Never has any slowdown either, and it's always working.
Yep. Look, dude. I'm glad you said that. The quote from the owner of Pornhub: "No one in the porn industry ever yells slower, slower, slower. We're more accustomed to faster, faster, faster here at Pornhub,
That's
and we want to keep it that way." So what they're doing is they're going to basically shutter their doors for 24 hours, and then put up a sign that says support net neutrality, probably a link or something that you can go and voice your anger towards your congressman or whatever, try to get them to change their vote. Now, the idea here is to absolutely flood this so that people go, oh, turns out I might get fucking canned for my position if I support getting rid of net neutrality. And look, there's no legitimate, honest argument against net neutrality, which, if you don't know, and we've talked about this in the past, allows for everybody to have an equal voice on the internet instead of creating lanes so that big companies like Amazon or Google can get faster internet, and then people who are trying to do startups that may be competition for those companies have to be on the slower lane. So you could never have a Netflix, you could never have an Amazon, you could never have any of those competitors if you got rid of net neutrality. Now, people on the right make the argument of, we don't want the government to regulate the internet. But that doesn't make any sense, because the regulation is to keep it unregulated.
Yeah, it's to treat it as if it's a necessity, like
a utility.
Power and water utility, right? And to not be able to charge for faster download speeds, to be able to basically, open the floodgates for everybody at an equal rate.
Right. Look,
how can you be against that?
Right. Well, and that's the thing, is the only people who are really against it are being paid by the ISPs to kill this, right? Because they absolutely want to be able to create lanes. They did. They got super busted for, I don't know if you guys remember, maybe
Didn't Verizon slow down Netflix?
Yeah, that's exactly the example I was going to give. Yeah. Verizon and Comcast did. And it was they literally did it, and then Comcast paid a amount of money to them to be okay, can we what the fuck are you doing? And there was a chart. You could see their speed, and the second they paid, it went back up. The next day. They were
from ransom.
We found the button that hit the slow down Netflix
It's
button.
literally a button. I used to work for Comcast. We can throttle your internet with the press of a button.
Really?
We could. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
It's just nice to hear that confirmed.
Yeah, we do it at work all the time. Hey, look, this asshole
doing too much fucking internet. Bam. Yeah. They can slow your shit down literally with the push of a button.
And then you call and you're like, what the fuck? And they're just I don't know. Hold on a second. Oh, it's working.
It's literally just a click.
So, look, the ISPs are no different than Ma Bell and, the phone companies back in the day. So, look, if you care about net neutrality, if you care about shows like this, getting equal access to the internet and fighting, against big giant sites that have a bunch of corporate money, and you want them to be on equal footing, net neutrality is really important. It's important to us specifically.
Yeah. Quick question about infrastructure. If Pornhub can maintain servers to have as many users as much as often as they do, how come?
An hour.
Yeah.
That's
How
insanity.
come-
And I've never paid for a single clip.
Right.
No.
How come video game
Pornhub
like
Pro.
developers and
How
can't-
can they keep the servers up?
I mean, if you're trying to get a fucking Tekken match going and you can't go,
there's no way.
Come on,
There's
man.
no way those Tekken matches have 75 million
No
people.
shit.
No way.
Yeah,
At
so
the
like-
most, 7,500.
Right.
You know,
Learn from Pornhub video game
Jesus
developers.
Christ.
I mean,
no
the
shit.
thing, the porn industry has always been the bleeding edge of the internet.
They
Like
kind of have. Like, look, like
they have to.
Blu-ray won out of HD video because it was on Blu-ray instead of HD video.
Well, that and Disney, because Disney also made the choice. They were like, we're
Right.
putting our stuff on Blu-ray.
Porn
Everyone
and
else was like,
Disney.
well,
right?
we're done.
Porn and Disney. Because I remember
Probably being sold to the same fucking people.
You
if
goddamn
I know
right.
The internet.
Because
yeah.
After I jerk off, I want to watch Winter Soldier.
Pirates.